And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum, that's Kyle. Kyle, how are we doing?
I'm good. Been a bit of a long week.
Bit of a long week.
Well, it's not the end of the week yet, but it feels
Oh, it
like
is
it.
for me, because I'm not working tomorrow. Oh, sorry, did I just rub that in?
Fuck you.
Kyle, you know YouTube's algorithm says you can't swear within the first fucking 30 seconds, but we do it because we don't give a fuck. So yeah,
Yeah.
do you know what else people don't give a fuck about? Madam Web. It is tracking for a $25 million opening weekend. This is a 4-day weekend because it's the Valentine's weekend. Yeah, 25 million. We're going to talk a little bit more about Madam Web as well, like some of the stuff that's been going on. Have you seen some of the stuff?
I saw one thing where there was like in the tease, it was like a little teaser, and it looks like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man
Oh,
almost.
have you not seen the quotes?
No.
Oh, thank God. Thank
Why?
God. I'm not even going to bring them up to you. I want to just look at your face when they happen in the
On the
film.
film?
Yeah.
Okay, right, I'll
Oh,
avoid it
God.
then.
Yeah, God, you are gonna cringe. They might be delivered well. We don't know. But
No, they won't.
25 million opening weekend. What do you think this is? Do you think it's superhero fatigue, which we've boiled down to it's not superhero fatigue, it's quality fatigue because the quality's not been there? Do you think it's nobody knows who the fuck Madam Web is? Or do you think it's nobody cares about these extended Sony villain Let's Build a Sinister Six films? But is Madam Web even a villain anyway? I don't think she is. I think she's like just neutral.
They're trying to build a Spider-Man look, they're trying to build a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man.
Yeah, and again, I'm pretty sure you've heard this. So every mention or any mention of Spider-Man has been taken out of this film, just like what happened with Morbius before that came out.
Right, but what the fuck is the point in these movies then? Like,
Yes,
story-wise?
yes.
Like, they just... It, I mean, I'm pretty sure Sony aren't making these films due to a contractual obligation like the Amazing Spider-Man films. They had to do that because if they didn't make those films and they left it any longer, the rights would go back to Marvel. It's
Yes.
their it's how their
Now, don't get me wrong. I like the concept of this film. It's interesting. This what we call
It's
it.
not very original, but
Terminator
it's
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Terminator Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure this is coming in at just under 2 hours as well. So it's the longest out of the Sonyverse movies we've got so far.
Really, I thought Venom 1 would be longer.
No. And it's named Dakota Johnson, the person who's starring in
Yeah.
it. I like her as well. So, but from what I've seen, I am not setting myself up to dislike this film. I am just setting my standards very low.
You should follow that. If we're going to talk about quotes in this film, then they're going to need a quote. They're going to need to take a quote from the Spider-Man film.
That's what they've done. They've taken quotes from Spider-Man films.
If you expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think probably applies to this.
Yeah, but we haven't seen it. It could be fucking spectacular. We don't know.
No, just no.
Good old optimistic Kyle, as always.
I'd like to be, but the trailers aren't selling it for me, and nothing else is selling it for me.
Trailer hasn't done it for
And
me.
it's
either.
Sony and the way they fucked around with like Morbius and stuff like. Because I was genuinely looking forward to Morbius, and then it just turned out to be what Morbius is.
And I want to just bounce off this as well. So Sony's track record for the standalone Marvel films is Venom, and they are okay. Just fun, dumb films like that. They are okay. So when it's like we don't really have much hope in Madam Web, we've got the track record there to back it up. But then let's say we've got a future MCU project coming up. The MCU hasn't, like, the last year for the MCU I think was definitely the worst year for the MCU, but it still had amazing projects in it as well, even though it was its worst year. So we've got these things to hope for.
I got a question for you. Do you think that after this film comes out, and if it bombs and it does terribly critically, do you think they will still follow through with their plans of doing this Sony villain verse? Obviously, we will get Craven, but
Venom
even
3
then,
as well.
but even then, I don't feel like they're gonna want to continue this at all.
I feel like Sony, because we reported a couple of weeks ago they've got plans for a Doc Ock solo film, a Mysterio solo film.
I bet they announced that, thinking that, when these movies get announced, like Spider-Man movies or just anything Marvel or DC related, the hype around, we're getting a movie about, such and such character in, like, say, the DC or whatever. And I feel like Sony's trying to do that as well. It's like when they re-released Morbius, because they took it in as the meme. It's like they're trying to follow that trend of like, we're going to announce all these films and people are going to be really excited. You love these characters, right, don't you? Yeah, well, he's getting his own fucking film.
Yeah.
Be excited. How about that? And it's like, no one's excited. No one wants this.
Yeah, that's
all the money they're dumping into these films. They could easily just make a live action Miles Morales film and do it right.
Which is I think why we can criticize Sony on this as well. It's like they've got Miles. Use this untapped potential. I say this every time we speak about these villain films. If you want to tell a Madam Web story, do it through Miles Morales. If you want to tell a Venom story, do it through Miles Morales. Craven, do it through Miles. Morbius, do it through Miles. They've got
not even that. Just have a Miles Morales film.
Yeah, well, no, but that's what I'm saying. So tell these stories through a Miles Morales perspective, like have him be the villain of said film. But I'm still. I don't want to say looking forward to this. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I can't wait until we're sitting down there and watching it, because I'm not saying it's going to set the tone for the year, but it's going to. Everything else Sony Marvel related for the rest of the year will have a big thingy on. Yeah. And I think we've talked about this as well before. It's great that Marvel's having a break this year. They're only doing Deadpool 3 because that's what they're 100% confident in. And it's like, Deadpool 3 is going to be awesome. And it's like, we're going to let people breathe, not so many superhero films. And then Sony's doing Madam Web, Craven, Venom 3. The general going movie audience isn't going to be able to tell the difference. They're going to go, fucking 4 Marvel film again this year. Fucking walking down street, got me kebab and seen another poster.
Sad. But that is,
I want a kebab.
That's true.
Let me tell you, I want a kebab.
I want a jacket potato.
You want a jacket potato?
Yeah, I seen Rate My Takeaway go for one.
A Yorkshire hero, we might add.
Yeah, Callum's actually met him.
I've actually met him. He was outside my work. He was reviewing the Mexican that was connected to my work. And I don't mean a Mexican person, a Mexican restaurant. So, just in case there's any confusion.
Yeah, no, I was on the bus and I was like, oh my god, Rate My Takeaway. He's outside your work, Callum. Go!
Went down, forklift certified. Did a big burnout in front of him. And I was like, you're right, mush. And he went, fuck off. Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3 is wrap production. It is no longer filming. They've filmed it. So, one thing I want to talk about to you is this film's coming now. It's wrapped filming. They've done half the post-production anyway for during the writer's strike and actor's strike. So they've done VFX, subtitles, music, everything for half of this film already. Obviously you're pretty excited, but are you glad to see this film's wrapped now? It's in the can, and it's just that one little bit closer.
I'm just excited regardless. Like you said, we said before, it's probably the only project that has been that Marvel has been confident with, and it goes to show, man. Like they've wrapped up, and we're expecting a Super Bowl trailer, hopefully. And yeah, I'm just glad it's. I can't wait to see it in the cinemas. I guess I don't really know what else. I've already explained how much I'm hyped about this film. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Which leads me to my next question for Deadpool 3. It's wrapped. This film comes out in July. So we're in January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Do you think we could get this film early, considering half of it's already finished at a post-production level? Or do you think they're going to stick to this release date? Do you think they pushed it back because there was like, no, we're not going to hit that May release date? But do you think hitting that May release date is now a possibility?
potentially, yeah. I mean, obviously, like you said, the half of the post production stuff is all done. So really, it's just kind of finalizing the last little bits that they've got. And
Like, they could drop this trailer at the Super Bowl and then reveal it's coming out May 4th or something like that. Its original release date.
that would be nice. But I'm not going to get my hopes up.
No,
and
me too.
for that.
And I'm kind of hoping not now as well, because I've booked me days off, me Deadpool days off already. Work.
You've booked a day off. How many days have you booked for Deadpool?
Right, have you got a calendar?
No, but just tell me how many.
So, no, but this is my. I don't take a week off for my birthday now.
Right.
So my birthday's in April. So my mid-year, like week off, I'm having just after Deadpool comes out. So Deadpool comes out on Friday the 26th of July. I have got booked off from work Thursday the 25th, Friday the 26th. Then it's the weekend, and then the following week off. The week after that, I'm off as well. So 9 days, but probably I've got 11 days off in total.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
It's a shame that they don't do midnight releases anymore. That'd be fun to go to.
We can just go see Deadpool as many times as we want.
No, you can go see it. I'll probably be working, but I'll probably go see it in the evening.
Channel would have blown up by then, Kyle. You know what I mean? We'll be rolling in the money. We'll have hookers and cocaine hanging out of us.
Maybe, yeah.
So is it coming early or not?
I don't know. It might come a little bit earlier, but I don't think it'll hit its original release date.
Yeah, because we don't know what the magnitude of what they have to do on this film is. It could be really big VFX sequences that they have to finish now.
Yeah.
So, we don't know. But it seems so long ago from when Ryan Reynolds was sat down with Hugh Jackman. And he was just talking about it. And now it's nearly here. We are months away. We are getting a trailer in a couple of days, probably.
I hope all the leaks stop now that, wrap. It's been a wrap.
They're not going to be there to take pictures, are they, on set? Because there's no one on set.
Yeah, I know, but leaks just happen, don't they? You don't have to be filming or in the middle of making it kind of thing. It can just be sat there and people will leak it.
Which is why I think it was smart why they put out this picture.
Yeah.
They was nope, we'll just put this picture out to get ahead of, because the new people will be taking pictures of the suit. So just to get ahead of it. But, yeah.
That's good.
One thing I do want to add is, we've been told that the release for the Fantastic Forecast is imminent. We're going to get that soon. I think first we are going to get a Deadpool 3 trailer, and then the Fantastic Forecast is going to get revealed, because I feel like they want to build up a load of goodwill with the Deadpool 3 trailer and then release the Fantastic Forecast. Or they might do it the other way. They might release the Fantastic Forecast, let people get angry about whatever aspect they want to get angry about it, and then, oh, look, a week later, Deadpool 3 trailer, everyone loves Marvel again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's better the second way, to be honest.
Yeah. Either way. But, anyway.
People will complain regardless.
Absolutely. And that's what we're here for. That's what movie fans are here for. We're here to complain because that's what we do best. And, yeah, I think we're pretty good at it as well. But still, going to the best story of the day, Roadhouse. Roadhouse. Kyle, what did you think of this trailer?
I don't want to kill you, Buzz, because I know how excited you are for this film.
No, I'm not excited.
Okay.
I'm fucking pumped.
I thought it was okay. I get the feeling that this movie's going to be bad just from the trailer.
Oh, me
to be
too.
honest.
Me too. And I can't wait.
No, not bad as in like it's going to have some dumb fun maybe, and the story's not really going to be important. You know, it's mainly just going to be the action, but I feel like it's going to be not on the same level, but you know, what was that movie they did years ago on Netflix? Underground 6, and that was just all like 6 Underground, and that was just all action. This is kind of what it feels like. It's just going to be all stupidly, not even well done action. I mean, the trailer looks okay.
I thought the action looked alright, actually.
That
is the one thing this film needs to nail. And it looked pretty good.
Other than that, I like Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah, you know, seeing...
Listen, the first Roadhouse isn't, you know, Macbeth, poetry, Oscar-winning films and stuff like that. It's dumb fun, and this looks like it lives up to the dumb funness of that first one.
Like I said, I'm up for some just, you know, going for a film. Like I like the OG Transformers films, you know, the Michael Bay ones, and the story is fucking horrible, but the action is great, and it's awesome to see, you know, just how well the action's been shot and edited and stuff like that. This feels like it's gonna just be hand-to-hand, a lot of hand-to-hand combat. Very well done. What I'm trying to say is it's going to be like on the level of Transformers, where the story's going to be horrible, the action hopefully is good.
From the sample size we've got, the action, I think it looks all right.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be anywhere near anything like, say, like I feel like the John Wick films have set like the height for the action film genre.
Yeah,
like it's got a solid story, it's got fantastic action to back it up. And the editing is clean and crisp, and this feels like it's got maybe 2 of those elements. It might have like great action and potentially okay editing.
If you go back and watch the trailer as well, the impact of every hit you see, they've done something with the camera work or the editing or something. The impacts actually look like impacts when people are getting hit.
I mean, that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, no, but let me know in comments if you can see that as well. One thing I do want to add is, this is crazy post-USADA, post-leg break, fucking steroid-filled, cocaine-filled Conor McGregor. And I think we've got a small size of what he can do acting-wise in this trailer, but the bits he had, I actually really enjoyed. And I'm not a massive Conor McGregor fan. I like his fights. He's got some great performances. But usually whoever is fighting, that's usually who I'm rooting for. Like a Dustin Poirier. I'm probably going to be rooting for Michael Chandler when he fights Michael Chandler. Sorry, Kyle, I'm going on a bit. But the stuff he had in this, I thought it was all right. What did you think of Conor McGregor in the trailer? I
was expecting the worst, just like I say, from like the first part of the trailer. I thought, when Conor McGregor shows up, this trailer's just going to fall apart. And It didn't. It actually revived it a little bit for me. But
that's when
like
I got really into it, when he starts swinging that golf club around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like a good action flick, potentially, with a lot of hand-to-hand combat. I reckon the story's going to be a mess, to be honest. And, editing-wise, I hope that they edit this film at least decency for the fights. I don't want to see choppy fights.
And I don't think we will.
Because that'll just ruin the action.
One thing I will say is, I don't think we're going to see a messy story. I think we're just going to see a simple one.
If it's simple, great.
Yeah.
If it's, I'm fine with that. But just don't give us a load of complicated bullshit that no one cares about with horrible editing, because that'll just destroy the film. And it's an Amazon Prime releasing on Amazon Prime.
I want them to release this in the theatre. Doug Liman wants them to as well, the director.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon Prime. Don't get me wrong; they've had a decent track record of their own sort of original or adaptations or sequels, whatever. They've had an okay track record, but nothing. It doesn't set them up for. It's like Netflix. Netflix has got some great stuff on there. We got a great example is we got Daredevil, and that was a show, obviously. And we've had horrible movies by Netflix as well. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's quite a few. Yeah. I know that for a fact.
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon. There we go. So it doesn't, I'm not saying it's coming on Amazon, it's cementing it as bad or good. I'm just saying it still leaves it in the realm of,
well,
is it good or bad?
Here's why I'm shocked they haven't actually tempted fate with this and gone theatrical. Maybe he's not for the movies, but they won't know until they try it. Conor McGregor's a big draw. Conor McGregor got thousands of Irish fans to fly to the US to watch him fight. Thousands. Now, that's different. That's getting fans to fly over and watch him fight. But they would follow him everywhere. This guy's massive. I really thought they might have gone, because it's a bit more of a lower commitment getting a cinema ticket than it is flying to America to watch him fight. I really thought they might have tempted fate a bit and gone, let's see if the Irish are coming out for this as well. Let's see if Conor McGregor's fans will go to the cinema to watch him in this. Because say what you will about him and stuff he's done in the past, he's a big draw.
Or it could just be that this movie isn't that good, and that's why.
That's another thing. That's another thing.
Like I said, I think the trailer was. It didn't sell me. It just felt like another Jake Gyllenhaal stupid movie. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He's been a great actor.
I'm glad you added that after, because you'd have got some shit for that.
No, he's great, and I love it when he takes on his sort of real cinematic roles or serious roles or anything like that. But when it comes to the stupid stuff, he's in a lot of stupid shit. He was in that Ambu Alliance, which was, I believe it was a Michael Bay film.
Ambulance.
Ambu, yeah, but it says Ambu La Ants. This is the highlight the LA. It's Fantastic. Anyways, fucking shit film. Even Jake Gyllenhaal just couldn't really carry that film for me. I just found not him irritating, just his role, and I'm like, I want to turn this off.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen II in it as well.
I don't fucking
Black
know.
Manta.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was also in another fighting film that we obviously know about a couple of years ago. Southpaw, which I thought was okay. It was pretty good.
The only thing Southpaw had going against it is Creed came out that year and just overshined it.
Yeah, Creed is definitely the better movie, and I don't know if you've seen Legend. I believe it's Legend or Fighter or one of them. It's got Tom Hardy and whoever plays Uncle Owen in Star Wars.
Legend. Yeah, I've seen Legend.
I think that is a phenomenal film. I love that film. And
is it Legend?
I'm not sure. I'll have a look. But
no, it's not Legend.
If you want a fighting film, that's definitely one to watch. It'll be on
It's
some sort of
I
streaming
don't
service.
think it's Legend.
It's Fighter, maybe?
No, the Fighter's the Christian Bale one with Mark Wahlberg.
I just typed in Tom Hardy.
Make me Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy fighting. Yeah, Fighter.
Fighter.
Warrior.
That's
There
it.
we go.
Warrior.
If you want a good fighting film with like a nice solid story, go watch that. If you want something a bit more laid back and a bit, I'm gonna say it's a bit generic. Southpaw, it's still a good film, but
Yeah, no, definitely. Anyway,
I was hoping that this would be Jake Gyllenhaal. I didn't know anything about Roadhouse. I don't know a fucking thing about the original. So when I see Jake Gyllenhaal is attached to this and it's got something to do with UFC, I was kind of like, oh, I hope this is his Warrior kind of thing. You know, I hope this is like an excellent film, but I can dream.
Yeah, no, definitely. Anyway, the Mystic Mac gets a thumbs up from me so far. Let's see what else he can do. And Kyle, one to round off the day, one you're going to be very passionate about. Spider-Man 4. Marvel and Sony are at odds at the moment. Marvel, Kevin Feige wants one thing, Sony wants another. Can we just say right now, I'm going to start this off, this is Sony's property, so really it's their say at the end of the day. But, here's the two ideas. Marvel, Kevin Feige want a smaller Spider-Man story. They want it street level, you know, and that's a way in for your Daredevil and Kingpin story and stuff like that.
What everyone wants.
What everyone wants. Sony want to bring back Andrew and Toby already and have a huge Spider-Man film again. Guess what, Sony? No Way Home's amazing. Might be in my top 10 MCU films of all time. You've got to earn it. You've got to earn it. You can't just do it again the film after. You've got to earn it. You've got to recapture that magic because people will not fall for it again the next time. And I'm not saying it was people falling for it to go see No Way Home. But you've got to earn it. You can't just go, alright guys, free Spider-Man again. $2 billion, here we come. It won't work.
I think definitely when Madam Web comes out and it will flop. Like realistically, this is gonna flop hard. Even if the rumours are true and Toby or one of the Spider-Men shows up in it, it's still gonna flop. And I hope, in a weird way, I hope that one of the Spider-Men are in the film just to show to Sony, like, listen, you've even put Toby in there, or you put Andrew or whoever, and the movie still flopped.
And no one
Why?
gave a fuck.
No one gave a fuck, yeah. So, you know, hopefully that will then, you know, kick them up the nards a little bit.
That's the thing as well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this yet, because I don't know what time period we are in from No Way Home's release. Are we in the, you know, we're definitely not in the, it's just been released, so it's amazing phase. But I think we're a little bit past the year out, 2 year out, you know, we need to hate this film for 2 years and say it's overrated. So, I'm just going to say it. No Way Home made the money because, yeah, there was all this speculation, but No Way Home made the money because Charlie Cox appeared as Daredevil, and I'm not going to elaborate on that any further.
It didn't, but...
No, it's because it's a good film. Because it's a good film. That's why it made the money.
It had a lot riding on it. There was a lot of hype. I know that they originally wanted to kind of, you know, behind the scenes, they wanted to pitch No Way Home as actually a sort of like a civil war between Strange and Spider-Man, and they weren't really going to show anything, and all that stuff would have been a surprise in the film. Unfortunately, things got leaked, and I think that's why they showed some of the stuff in the first couple of trailers, because it was like, right, this shit's leaked, just show them it now. So, I'm glad they didn't show Toby or Andrew. I know Sony really wanted to.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm really fucking glad they didn't.
Marvel again, which, let's be honest, not in its greatest years, but they still know how to build anticipation for a film of this level.
Yeah, I I would love there to be a sort of Endgame level Spider-Verse movie. You know, I feel like we're gonna get that with across, no, not across, sorry, Beyond the Spider-Verse in an animated form. I would love nothing more for them to do it in live action. Like, you know, it's so with Spider-Man as well. It's so easy to do it because you could put any Spider-Man in there and just they're wearing a mask, you know, so you don't need to see the Peter Parker faces or Miles faces. You could just have loads of different people in suits and have like a big Endgame moment at the end. Yeah, they do need to build up that because if they go from No Way Home, which ended the way it did, that's just it feels like that's now setting up the street level stuff. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like it's setting up we're gonna have Andrew and Toby back and the film's gonna be about them three and at the end of that film we're gonna get loads of Spider-Man and have the Endgame moment then because I'm like that's not well deserved.
Do
That's
you,
just a load of shit.
do you think?
And if there's
So,
going to be an Endgame, sorry, if there's going to be an Endgame moment there, I feel like Miles needs to be there also. I feel like Miles needs to be already well established in live action MCU
yeah. Now,
for there to be an Endgame Spider-Man moment.
there's a lot of factors going into what I'm gonna say right now. Factor one is, I think if Daredevil Born Again is amazing, like a really good show that leads into Spider-Man 4, it would make more money than a direct No Way Home sequel with Toby and Andrew in.
I don't know. It just depends on how they hype the film up.
It
If
does.
they make it, if they make it look stupid, it can really deter people from like, you know, wanting to go see it because and it'll sort of feed into that superhero fatigue thing. I don't really think there is that much
Yeah.
fatigue. I'm not going to say that there isn't any. You know, there can be at some points, especially with like with the MCU. There can be a lot of fatigue in just like oh, bam, bam, villain fighting villain, action, and just having no sort of substance to the films. Thankfully, that's not all of them. You know, you've got great movies like No Way Home, like Shang-Chi, obviously the Avengers films, but you know a prime example is the Marvels. It's just a very bland, nothing too special. Well, nothing special really at all, except from like the main cast, which I enjoyed them on screen, but that's where they fall into the trap here with Sony. And if Sony does this film and they take Tom back and they sort of shoehorn him in because I know that I've heard loads of rumors recently where it's like, oh no, it's going to be Andrew. Oh no, it's going to be Tom. Oh, it's going to be Toby now. Oh,
What
it's
in
going to be
Madam
none
Web?
of them now. Yeah, or just in general because remember when was it Morbius or Venom 2? One of them did. I'm pretty sure Morbius. Yeah, the Morbius director. He came out and said,
You gotta find
"You'll
out.
find out. You'll find out who the Spider-Man is very very soon."
Yeah.
And no, we didn't.
Um,
So
I I just want to say as well, I'd be more forgiving to Andrew and Toby coming back in a sequel if it was better set up for that's what's going to happen in a sequel. But that's not how it went. They went the separate ways, and it was very much set up as Spider-Man is the street level hero now. That's how it was set up. And again, I say it again, I feel like you've got to earn it. And they earned it. They earned it in No Way Home, building up to that point. They definitely earned it. And that was 2 amazing Spider-Man films, 3 Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, and the 2 MCU Spider-Man films leading up to it. It had definitely been earned at that point to get all 3 of them together. But guess what? They've spent that now. They need to build it up again and earn it one more time to get them on screen together.
well, I mean, if it happens, you know who to thank.
Yeah. Wait, just out of curiosity, which one would you rather see?
Street
Daredevil,
level.
street 100% street level. It's the logical way to go with the sequel. and this start of, and it would really reinvent this new trilogy as well, taking him away from the technology, the magic, the space, and putting him in the street with a blind guy and a big, strong sumo guy. And
because that's what will make money, not Toby and Andrew coming back for the sake of making money. You know, Daredevil and Spider-Man will make more money.
I really think it would.
Because that's a token they can spend. They've spent the Toby and Andrew token. Now they've got to, wait a bit, wait for the token to come back, and then they can spend it again.
Because do you know what? You introduce Daredevil in a Spider-Man film, which they already have, which they've laid the seeds for, and he's getting his own show. He's got this rich history in the MCU that's canon. You put him with Spider-Man, and then the next film you introduce Miles, and guess what? Come that sixth film, if they're planning on doing that, guess what? You get to have Andrew, Toby, Tom, Charlie Cox, and whoever's playing Miles Morales all on screen together. And that's really earning it, and that would be great.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about this because it's
scares you.
So realistic for them to fuck it all up.
I think they will go the right way because
I don't think as well Marvel are gonna give up on this as much because they kind of need this a little bit this time round, and I say that because you've got Daredevil. Yeah, you've got Daredevil. You've got Kingpin. People want to see them three in a film, and it will definitely help revive Marvel a little bit. Not revive them because they're dead. I'm just saying, like, it'll give them a bit of a positive boost.
And
after the year they've had.
Something I want to say is, post Endgame, Daredevil might have been in the most projects. It's different projects, like connectivity-wise. I think he might actually be tied with either Spider-Man or Doctor Strange, post-Endgame connectivity. So what's he done? He did No Way Home, She-Hulk, Echo. So that's 3 right there. Tom's got 2 films. Cumberbatch has got 2 films. So Daredevil, even though they're small roles and people say, yeah, but Daredevil, I get that. I 100% get what you're saying. But right now, Daredevil seems to be the only connective tissue in the MCU. And I'm going to say as well, the MCU's probably going to be the MCU's biggest character.
It feels like they're setting up, they're already setting it up, rather they're setting it up better than Kang. That's what I was going to say. Is Kang's not been built up too well, to be honest, and with obviously the stuff with Jonathan Majors, we won't get into that. But this will be a big win for Marvel if they can get that transition over into it being being Kingpin. Obviously, not being as like the world destroyer, universe conqueror, or anything like that, but just something on the side. You know what I mean? Because if they're doing another film with the Midnight Suns, that's going to be its own sort of spin-off in the same universe. So why not have like a big major threat?
Yeah.
But not like a Thanos level, obviously, but it'll definitely give some brownie points to Marvel.
Yeah. I remember sending you a meme when She-Hulk came out. Not a meme, just like a picture, and it was a picture of Captain America and Tony Stark. It went the old faces of the MCU, and then directly underneath was Spider-Man and Daredevil, the new faces of the MCU. I really think they can be. And
it could be.
Spider-Man Daredevil team up, that's what we want. Sony, if you see this, hopefully this story's been leaked out there to get fan perception of it. Because that's what I think sometimes is just so there's like, well, let's just see what the people think. And everyone's telling them, don't you fucking dare bring Andrew and Toby back just yet. We love seeing them together. But let's wait a bit. Let's do something different. Right. I think that'll do us for today, Kyle. Anything you want to add before we go?
Beans, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart.
Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about all the stories at the side. You know, do you think Madam Web will make more than 25 million on its opening weekend?
No.
Will Deadpool 3 be one of the greatest films of all film time? Yes, maybe. Roadhouse. Will Roadhouse be nominated for Best Picture next year at the Oscars? I seem to think so, and so does Kyle.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. And Spider-Man.
I think it'll be in the bargain bin.
DVD
bargain bin.
They won't even get any physical media of it because it's on Amazon Prime. And Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah,
Which way should Spider-Man 4 go? There's only one correct answer. Yes, we value different opinions, but there's only one correct answer. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
There's one logical answer.
Shut up, Kyle. Nobody asked you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe. Who knows? There might be no news. There might be some news. See you later. I'm bad at outroing. Kyle, give him a wave.
No.
Okay.